I was 18 when my mother kicked me out for being pregnant. She gave me 2 hours to pack, called me a disgrace, and told me I'd chosen my life and could deal with the consequences alone. While I sat on the front step with 2 garbage bags of clothes, she changed the locks. I had nowhere to go. The baby's father was a one-night encounter during college orientation. I didn't even know his last name. He was visiting from Switzerland and disappeared after that night. I dropped out of school, moved into a shelter, and gave birth alone in a county hospital while my mother told relatives I'd run off to be a stripper in Vegas. For 5 years, she lived 20 minutes away and never once checked if I was alive. Those years were brutal. I waited tables where customers grabbed me for spare change. I lived in a mold-filled studio apartment with roaches. My daughter slept in a dresser drawer because I couldn't afford a crib. I walked miles to work before dawn, lived on food stamps, and built everything from nothing. My sister helped secretly when she could, terrified our mother would cut her off too. But I survived. I got my GED while my daughter slept. I went back to school. I found better jobs. I moved us somewhere safer. My daughter grew into a bright, funny little girl who made every sacrifice worth it. Then one night, everything changed. A man walked into the restaurant where I worked. He had a Swiss accent and asked if I'd gone to college 5 years earlier. It was him. The baby's father. He'd spent 2 years trying to find me after recognizing my photo from orientation archives. When I told him about our daughter, he cried right there in the restaurant. He turned out to be from an extremely wealthy family that owned luxury hotels across Europe. He immediately set up a trust fund for our daughter, bought us a house, and insisted on back-paying child support. His family embraced my daughter instantly. That's when my mother suddenly reappeared. She showed up at my new home with flowers and tears, talking about forgiveness and family. She'd noticed the luxury cars, the deliveries, the rumors. She wanted back in now that my daughter came with money and status. She talked about birthdays in Switzerland like she hadn't abandoned us for 5 years. Then my daughter's father confronted her. He calmly showed her documentation, shelter intake forms listing me as an abandoned minor, hospital records showing I gave birth alone, social services files proving everything I'd survived. My mother tried to justify herself. He shut it down. Quietly. Completely. I told her to leave. Since then, everything has been done legally, slowly, and carefully. Boundaries were set. Therapy required. Supervised visits only. No money, no trips, no access without accountability. My daughter's comfort comes first always. I learned something important through all of this. My mother didn't abandon me because I was pregnant.